What is going on, guys? Welcome to your 18th Java game development tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be building our update method to update the display. So you know what, enough talking, let's just go ahead and get started. You heard enough of me talking. Updates, display, displays, what? Updates, display. Public, void, we'll just name it update. If you want to name yours up mate, you can. But why would you do a silly thing like that? So public void update. First we need to get our window object, and of course this would be our vc.get full screen window. So now W is pretty much equal to what you're seeing, and now we need to test if what you're seeing, if W equals null. If you see nothing, then this pretty much means if you see something other than nothing. So if you see something, then what do you want to do? Buffer. This is the part I need to type slow so I don't F anything up. Buffer strategy S equals W dot get buffer strategy. So now your S object is equal to the window get buffer strategy. It's equal to your Windows strategy. And what you want to do in here is you need that S because you need a test for it. If S dot contents lost. Now this contents lost method is a Boolean method. It's going to either return true or false. So if the contents are not lost, that means you have contents there. You want something to look at. So let's go ahead, and if you have something to look at, then just show it on your screen. Now why do we need a test for this? Because if the contents get lost on one of our updates, then we're going to have nothing to look at. And if it shows us nothing to look at, then we're going to get flickering, or we're going to get a weird display or something like that. So only when we have something to look at, that's when we want to call that show method. Again, if we have no contents and it tries to show it, it's going to show us like a black screen, or it's going to flicker or something like that. So this method updates and only shows us the contents when they're good. So pretty cool, huh? So now, aside from update, what do we need to do? Well, let's go ahead and make return full screen window. We're going to need this later on to public. It's going to be a window object, of course. Get full screen window. And all this is going to do, it's not going to take any parameters. It's just going to, right there, return video card.get full screen window. So let me make sure. Hey, look, they even line up. So now I can make sure they match easily. How cool is that? This tutorial is getting cooler and cooler with a second. Now the last couple things we need to do. Actually, we need to build 4 more methods, but 2 of them are going to go by like a piece of cake. We're going to build 2 methods to get the width and get the height of our first full screen window. And this was, if you remembered up here, get width and get height. And this is pretty much for testing resolution. So public int get width right there. It's not going to take any parameters. Get width, and this is window W equals video card dot get full screen window again, since we need to tell it what window we want to get the width of. And let's put if W is not equal to null, so if it actually has a window, return W dot get width. So return the width of that window. And get width is actually a built-in method, and we're just going to build our own right here. So it's actually both. Else, if it actually is equal to null, if we don't have anything to work with, return 0. So this is going to return the width of your window. And if it doesn't have a window, then just say the value is 0. Easy enough. And for get height, we could go ahead and type this all again, but I found out about this cool thing named copy and paste, so I'm going to try that. Get height and get height, and now I can make sure get height. So now we have 2 methods, get width which returns the width of our window, and get height, which returns the height of our window. And I guess we have time to build one more method, so in our next tutorial we're only going to have all that less. So now that we made all these cool methods to test for everything, and especially to take us to full screen, we need a way to get out of full screen. So get out of, since I mean once we run this game we're probably not going to want to play it forever. I mean, if we build it really good, then we probably will want to play it forever, but some people, some crazy people, might not want to play this entire game forever, so they need a way to exit full screen. So public void restore screen, spelled again, restore screen. And now what we need to do is, of course, get that window w equals vc dot get full screen window. We need to get our window, store it in an object called w. Want to make sure that it actually has something. If w has something in it, then what do we want to do? We want to dispose of that piece of junk, which pretty much means throw in the trash. And video card dot set full screen window equal to nothing. And what this does is pretty much gets rid of your window and takes you out of full screen mode. So that was easy enough. We learned about that in the last like 10 tutorials ago, but just thought I'd refresh your memory. And now I have one more method to build in this class, and that's pretty much to make an image compatible with the display. But this is gonna be not that lengthy, but I mean a little lengthy for the time we have left. So I just want to take the time we have left to thank you guys, and that's it. I'm going to tell you guys to watch my next tutorial, because we're going to be finally finishing this class and moving on to running our animation. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next tutorial.